virtual reality. The Internet of Things communicates through the intranet of your body, and essentially you have a hospital at home. You have real-time analytics on what's happening to your body as it happens. Your AI is mapped on your own personality, so the way that it talks to you is based on how you talk to yourself, potentially. And it kind of exists as this fairy godmother in your life that organizes all this direct knowledge that you're constantly having in this neural base in a way that's palatable to you, that you can really use throughout your morning. So it's about, if you have all these tools to minimize your stress throughout the course of the day, what does the morning look like when you're getting ready for work, I guess. Right? So we use some room scale VR, which incorporates a lot of different assets. We have some voiceover, we have some 360 video with custom audio on it. Thank you to Lynn, and thank you to Grant, who played a lovely guitar instrumental for us. And these 360 videos are meditations that take you into kind of a Zen space. So you'll be able to try those on a sub-pack, and we're going to take you a little bit through the narrative of our story, and then plug in all these different awesome assets that these people have made as we go through the narrative. Woohoo!
Temperature is currently 65 degrees and will reach a height of 72.
Around your room
An automated transport collided with a drone near the on-ramp of Lieutenant Fairfax Avenue, so expect slight delays heading east this morning. It's 7:30 a.m., so you should probably leave your apartment in the next 6 minutes to arrive at the office on time. Here's a recap of your weekend. Saturday, you had brunch with Oslo and Jez. Can't believe they decided to call it quits after 20 years. Also, Oslo mentioned that she's been wanting this old world locket. I've ordered it and it'll arrive before her birthday. Last night, you attended Christina's end-of-life celebration at a downtown loft. You had 5 alcoholic drinks over the course of 3 hours. The suggested amount of alcohol you should consume based on your health profile is 2 drinks per 3 hours. Christina was 85.3 years of age and was surrounded by her oldest and dearest friends at the end. Her last words were by Rilke.
So now you're going to see a little portal pop up in front of you, and that'll be a recap of your night at Christina's end-of-life celebration.
Yeah, there you
Sweet.
That's the finest acting.
Yeah,
That's what she did.
That was at 3 a.m. in the morning.
That was a party.
I know it.
We're asking about the empty beer bottle.
So we call it kickback.
In 12th grade language.
So I'm actually going to turn it down a little bit and give some context.
Still call it the kickback.
Yeah.
There still is a kickback.
So we don't go to the 2D video. Okay, so in this world that we imagine in the future, where life extension or the quality of your life has gotten so good that you can have optimal health right up until the moment that you decide to expire. You can live for whatever, I guess, let's say, amount of time you have for purposes of allowing future generations to spawn. Let's say it's still within like the realm of 100 years. So in this case, we have someone who's a friend of yours. His name is Christina. And Christina has lived on this planet for 85.3 years of wonderful living. And because death at this point is perceived as a decision, you don't really behaviorally have the same kind of detrimental mourning process when someone dies, because they're at their own funeral. They created it. It's their last party. It's the last thing, the last event you're going to see them at, and you're enjoying and reminiscing about all these moments that you've had together. You're prepared for it and you're ready. So then we have kind of what we wanted to do, I guess, in building this into the room scaling experience is have kind of these little recap moments. So your night with Christina and then like her last words as a video that you see. And so the next thing we're going to do is show you her last words kind of as a video. And we can go into the main room for that because we have all that stuff on speaker so everyone can kind of
Cool.
see it.
Cool.
So these are Christina's last words. She's kind of just been at this party with all of her friends. She's contextualizing, you know, what would your last words be? She's pretty poetic, I guess. She decided to go with a quote. Very
You know what? perhaps the dragons in our lives are really princesses that are waiting for us to just once act in courage and love. And perhaps everything that frightens us, in its deepest essence, is something helpless that wants our help.
Okay, so that's Christina's last. So after you have this recap over what you did the day before, and you're kind of giving context for why you're hungover, because you went to an end-of-life party, played by the beautiful Miss Mary. The system, AI, recognizes that you're feeling a little stressed, and as you're kind of walking around in space, it says, I realize that your muscles are stressed. Would you like a kinetic reset? And the beauty of this smart home is that embedded into the walls of your home are speakers that give out vibroacoustic resonance through hertz frequencies. And these are things that exist today, but in the future, they'll be so fine-tuned that surgeries and different types of things and augmentations that you can do to your body will be feasible with wave frequency, ideally. Anyway. So you are asked after this kinetic reset if you want to go into a different meditation destination. And we have 2 meditation destinations using 360 video that Marlon captured with some sound design from T-Lin, thank you T-Lin. And in the room scale experience, we have some sound effects too. So I'm going to let Marlon explain his 360 videos. And which one was it?
Let's start with the beach meditation. Like, we can move on from that. So yeah, one cool thing about 360 video is, and just virtual reality in general, is that we're really hoping to teleport people to different places. And so sometimes, particularly when our physical environment is stressful to us, or we really need to kind of take a spiritual trip somewhere else to calm down. Places like the beach, which was probably an amazing day to be at today, would be a great place to go. And so, coupled with some sound design, you can really, reduce the level of anxiety. So, if you want to go ahead and play that, we can get a sense of what this was actually shot in Avalon Grove here in California. So, a local. And of course, this is a flat, equiangular version of what the spirit
You can try it here. That one's sub back. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm going to all
Yes.
come on and maybe you can just kind of describe how you feel. So, part of our experience really tried to touch on some of these different emerging uses of technology. There's companies like ApplyVR, which is strictly focused on medical uses for virtual reality, and they're finding that particularly in bird victims and those who have high levels of anxiety, particularly going to a hospital, these are great things to use. And so with the sound design, we really hope to play off of the visual environment that we were in. So kudos to our sound designers and our music makers for really kind of extracting that. So this was actually shot in the Atacama Desert in Chile. This was something that we shot earlier this past year, and we were able to reuse for this project. So there were definitely some efficiencies there. And actually, I never used this video for anything, so it's a great opportunity to do something. Yeah. And awesome. So that's all for the 360 videos.
Yeah.
2 of the options.
And you guys can try both of them with the sub pack and feel that vibration from the device that she has on now. We'll have it over there for you. And we also had a really lovely layer of augmented reality graphics that pop up as you go through this experience, if you interact with the room. And the room reacts in real time to your body. So it gives you little stats that pop up. Say, you pick up a beer can, then this amount of alcohol you consume is your daily limit or your suggested daily limit, things like that. And Yewan did some really lovely work for us in that, and I'm going to let her show it off. I'm afraid to walk around.
Oh, you have to hit open with. Right click open with. Yeah.
So a lot of like interesting conversations come up when we start to think about emerging technology and how it'll change us culturally. Topics like escapism come up about whether or not we're actually facing our problems and our anxiety when we're essentially trying to transport somewhere else. Those are all very rich conversations to have. And I think overall the feeling of this event is really to be able to address that and to be able to acclimate to the future so that it doesn't invade us, right? That very Alan Toffler spirit of avoiding future shock, as we call it.
Do you have a microphone?
Yeah, at the
It's
end
out
of the
battery.
table. There's one at the end of the table.
I think it's out of battery. Or
The AI informing content concept is selected by and tries to help you find the right choices for the mental and physical health. And the graph is that universal loop, but while I was making this, I predicted that you are generating based on one's indigenous cognition with different from person to person. It might not be applicable for the universal loop for UX UI design. Questioning how would the cognitively connected and personalized UI design would be designed. And these are some of the
I want to thank Maggie Lane for writing our lovely script for us. Sweet, and that's us.